All right. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know why it had the headphones sitting on there. I ain't even got my headset plugged in. Wait for the boys to come back. Yeah, I don't know what was going on, man. They had the fucking they had the headphones in, so I don't know why my headset wasn't even plugged in. So um, I got 63% on my phone, so I'm gonna try to go live as much as possible till at least like 15%. All right, so that should be a good 45. I don't know. We gotta see. All right, so yeah, let's talk about last night game. Buccaneers, they took a L last night. The first L of the season, 30-27. Um, we uh, we looked like shit last night, man. Like that first half, we looked like shit. They couldn't really uh, generate as much offense as they been doing the last 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks of the season, man, offense looked great because of Fitzpatrick, man. You know, he was throwing the ball down the field. They didn't really take too many deep shots down the field. I was wondering when was they going to use Deshaun Jackson because Deshaun Jackson was making a lot of plays the first 2 weeks. Last night, it was like they didn't go deep to him. Like they didn't really try. They didn't really. Even during the first half, it just looked different. Like compared to the first 2 games of the season, last night was like it was like a whole different fucking. It was a whole different play calling. I didn't get that same vibe, and I think I said this on the live stream last night that like who was calling plays because like the shit did not look like last night did not look like last week game or the week before that where they'll come out and they was like they was airing that shit out last week. You know what I mean? Like they was airing shit out. And it's like this week they didn't really, you know, try to take advantage. Even though my boy Joe Hayden was back last night, they still could have attempted to um, uh, take a shot. They took a shot. This was pissing me off last night. They took a shot with Mike Evans last night. When they was down, what was it, 23? What was the score? I'm trying to think what the score was. But I think Pittsburgh had just scored, I think. And the next possession, they came out and Fitzpatrick threw the bomb to Mike Evans. Now I'm like, they should have been doing this shit the whole game. Like, I think that was in the fourth quarter. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was in the fourth quarter when they went deep to Mike Evans. And I'm like, they could have been doing this shit. Like, they did not look like the same offense compared to the first 2 weeks. Like, I mean, the way the offense was flowing compared to last night, I'm like, it was like a whole different offense to me. Um, I already put this out there on my video. I think it was the top 5 things to look forward to this season. And I was talking about the run game and shit, right? I already said I'm not expecting, I'm not expecting a whole lot of yards, period, from the offense when it comes to them running the ball. Like I'm not expecting too many yards. You know what I mean? And fans is like, man, why didn't they get Peyton Barber the ball? They're not going to give him the ball. The Buccaneers do not run the fucking ball. So it's going to be the same shit like this all season. Jameis didn't have a run game last year. They didn't have a run game in 2016. They had a run game in 2015, but last year and this year is like they're gonna air the shit out. So Bucks fans, I'm just letting y'all know that y'all gotta cancel all that. Keep on. I mean, go back to Peyton Barber. Like no, like Peyton Barber is not going to be that guy. The way this offense is pass, 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 pass. That's what the offense is. So like y'all gonna have to get used to the shit, all right? Because they're not going to run the ball as much as you think. Because last night he only had like 8 carries last night. Um, 8 carries. Like you're not gonna get, unless he break an 80-yarder or some shit. He's not gonna get that many yards this year. You know what I mean? Like, because I seen like a lot of people was talking about the run game. I'm like, we ain't gonna have one. We are not gonna have a run game this year. Like Bucks fans gotta get that in the head that we're not gonna have a running game. Pittsburgh was blitzing like crazy, man. Like they run 3-4. They run a Pittsburgh runs a 3-4 defense, but it seemed like they had the safeties coming in, man. Like they had a good game plan for our offense, man. Like they really switched it up, man. They was blitzing Fitzpatrick. They was hitting. They was sacking him, man. They was hitting him all hard, man. They was getting at Fitzpatrick yesterday. Like offensive line couldn't really. Like they pass block very well at times, but last night, man, like even on that interception, Dawson he went inside and he was supposed to get the outside man, so he went inside. The linebacker came and he jumped up. The ball hit him in the helmet, and then the ball went up in the air. They picked it off. They was inside the. They were inside the red zone. All right. I forget what yard they was on, but they was inside the red zone. That one hurt. The offense flowed, but it was like they couldn't capitalize. Like they had to settle for 3 one time, and it was like they couldn't score. And I was screaming last night because I'm like they got OJ Howard out there, lob it up to him, lob it up to him. You got Mike Evans, lob it up to these guys. You telling me that they don't have no plays where they could just lob it up to the guy? Like lob it up to Mike Evans, lob it up to OJ Howard. But like they just did not do that shit last night. They just did not do that shit last night. But yeah, shout out to Pittsburgh, man. They, like they wanted it last night. Like they really wanted it to win a game. Um, Struggle was real last night, man. Struggle was real, man. Uh, what's going on, Big Joe? Um, yeah. Well, somebody mentioned this. I think it was in my group, man. That when it comes to the white quarterbacks, you know, they won't get criticized as much as the black quarterbacks. Now, I was just like, I was sitting there thinking when I seen that comment, I'm like, yo, they might have a point there. They might have a point, cause like Last night it was like Fitz threw 3 interceptions, right? One was a really bad throw. The other Mike Evans, but the shit was selling over his fucking head. Like I said this on last night. I said, I don't think he would have caught that shit. The other one was just like hit him in the helmet and all that shit, and whatever. It was a bad read by Dawson. But I see a lot of fans, they're not even talking about the interceptions. Now, Jameis threw 3 interceptions. Oh man, he's a bust. Oh man, he got to get traded. He got to get cut. But when Fitzpatrick threw interceptions, oh man, it's okay. Like we could get him back the next possession. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Because like when Jameis throw interceptions or he has a fumble, y'all ready to kick him off the fucking team. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was just the first half could have been way better. The first half could have been way better. I mean, if they played just a little bit better in that first half, they could have had Pittsburgh. Because they scored first, and then like after that, and then like, it was like after our score, they come back, and McDonald, he just wide open. McDonald just wide open, man. I mean, he could have set up a goddamn barbecue grill off this motherfucker. You know what I mean? He could have sat back and chilled. But the middle of the defense, like like the middle of the field against the Tampa Bay is always open. It's always open. Like I don't know where Quan and Levante be at, but last night was crazy. Zach Ertz was open last week. This week McDonald was open. Because like one of the plays, McDonald caught a first down. Conti was trailing this dude. I can't think it was the same drive or not. Either it was on that drive or the drive before that. McDonald got a first down on Chris Conti. And then they come back and hit him with that 75-yard touchdown. And if you look at that play, right, the middle of the field is wide open because they blitz. They picked up the blitz. The linebackers do not get there on the blitz, man. I don't know why, but they blocking everybody. JBP, Gerald McCoy, Quan, Gerald. Everybody got blocked on that play. So the middle of the field is wide open. So McDonald, he caught it. So I'm thinking, okay, they get a nice little 20, 25-yard game. This motherfucker, I see Chris Conti coming in. I'm like, okay. Push him out of bounds or something. He tried to tackle him high, and he gets stiffed arm. It was embarrassing watching this motherfucker, man. Now, if you watch me doing the same, last night, man, it was crazy because, I was raging because it's like people always got excuses for Chris Conti. Like people bash the shit out of Jameis, but when you mention Chris Conti name or Levante name or Quan name, you can't really say nothing about them guys. But and Brown, we get Brown. But you can't say nothing about Chris Conti because, the Facebook group I'm in, the Buccaneers, RBT was, like what's going on with y'all. They was telling me, oh man, Chris Conti is not that bad. He's actually a pretty good safety. He's a pretty good safety. That's what they told me. That's what the guy told me in the group. I said, what? When? When is Chris Conte a good safety? When? Somebody tell me, when is he a good safety? When? Somebody tell me. When? I'm trying to figure out, when is he a good safety? Because when I bring him up, they come back at me. Oh, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Did y'all not just see this motherfucker get stiff arm out of bounds? And he's always trailing the play. He's never on his man. Man, I was last year on my phone. I don't have Facebook on my tablet, so when I finally got to the to my phone, people tagging me and shit, go on Facebook, that shit all up and down the timeline. Motherfuckers that made memes just that fast. I already been saying this shit. I don't like that motherfucker. I don't like Chris Conte, and I never will. I don't care if he get 10 picks in the season. I will not like this motherfucker, man. It ain't because he's white. He sucks. Chris Conte sucks, man. And last night, shit opened motherfucker eyes. Cause my eyes is wide the fuck open, alright? My shit wide open. And motherfucker trying to tell me, oh man, he's a good safety. Bitch, when? When? When is he making plays? When? When is he making plays? I was trying to figure that out because, like, I seen it. I said, "Oh man, he just gave me even more reason to not like his ass, bro. I'd have been cool if he pushed him out of bounds. I'd be cool with it. I would be cool with a 20-yard game last night. If they converted that third down play, I would have been cool. But come on. When? When is he good? Nobody can never answer my questions. I ask questions in my wrestling group, my locker room. I ask questions all over the place. I can never get a legit answer on my questions. Nobody can never answer my questions. They always want to give me some bullshit excuse or, some bullshit. I can never get my shit answered for nothing. When is Chris Conte making plays? Somebody tell me this shit. And I'm tired of asking it. When is he going to make plays? When, bro? Brent Grimes. I know he coming off the injury. He was out for a while. Pittsburgh has two very good wide receivers, okay? One is considered the best in the NFL, and another, he's a second-year player from USC. Very, very good young player, Juju Smith. I already know what they bring in on offense. I already know what they got on offense. Thank goodness we didn't see Le'Veon Bell last night. But Antonio Brown, motherfucker, as good as advertised. He took that little quick pass and took it to the house. He didn't even need no blockers. He did not need no blockers, man. Brent Grimes was out there on the island, man. And I know that they trust Brent Grimes, but man, he ain't looked too good last night. But I guess I can't say nothing about Brent Grimes. But everybody can say shit about James. James this, James that. Everybody can say shit about him. But if you bring up anybody else, we can't talk about it. We can't talk about Chris Conte, Brent Grimes, Devontae, Quan, Gerald McCoy. We can't talk about these guys. But everybody going to fuck in. Win, bro. First half could have been much better last night. Way fucking better. They could have been way better last night. Pittsburgh got the ball. They already had 23 points. They got the ball, and it was like a minute some change left, man. They went down and scored, bro. That was it. They went up 20 at the half. I was just like, man. Man, that drive, they just made it look so easy, man. I mean, they was converting on third downs and all that shit, man. It was just like the Buccaneers had they had no answer for them dudes, man. Even JPP, he was putting in like the most work on that D line, man. He was he was trying out there, man, but they can't do but so much, man. I know that they depend a lot on their front four, but some plays they got there, and like some they just didn't, and the secondary would just pick apart. I mean, like we already injured, but it was man, it was just man. The first half was just as bad as man. We had pick sixes, we had fumbles, we had a whole lot of shit going on, man. Second half they played much better, but it was like a little bit too late. I seen somebody was talking about they should went for it on the fourth down, in the fourth, but they was already backed up into the fucking. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, like they had 2 timeouts left and a 2-minute warning. I don't know, but they had to depend on that defense, and I don't know, man. Buccaneers lost, man, last night, man, 27-30, man. But yeah, it was just man. I wish it was better on both sides of the ball. Both sides of the ball. Missed assignments, man. It was just, man. But yeah, shout out to MJ Stewart, man. Carlton Davis, man. Jordan Whitehead, man. They getting a lot of time, man. They getting a lot of time, man. That was a tough cover last night, man. Like what people don't understand, man. They had to really, try to put in work last night because Antonio Brown and Juju, man, the dudes are on, top of the line good, all right? McDonald, he would just, man. But man, I would, shout out to my man Rock, man. Me and him be going back and forth a lot. In the last year or so, he coming my neck too. You know what I mean? And he was saying some shit to me. Oh man, you always defending Jameis all the time. I defend, And I call him out on bullshit too. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta keep it 100 with shit. You can't just pick and choose when to say shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to Fitzpatrick, oh man, it's okay to throw 3 interceptions with him, but Jameis Winston, oh man, they ready to get rid of this dude. All this shit. You know, so yeah, man, like the end of the game, man. I gotta go back. I gotta go back and watch my live stream at the end, but um, but I'm pretty sure I was saying they about to run the damn ball. The way they was lined up, they had. I mean, like they was gonna run the ball, man. Like they was gonna run the clock out, and James Conner converted like 2 first downs and shit, and the linebackers was getting blocked, bro. Like they could not get off them fucking blocks. They cannot get off them blocks, man. But it, you know, these look, man, these Bucks right here, this current team, man, I have to give it up to them because they was down 20, and usually, like most times they'll like give up. Like the second half, man, they actually came out and played way better than they did in the first half. But they gotta know it's 2 halves. You know what I'm saying? Like the Godwin fumble, that was a good play by Pittsburgh. I mean, look, Godwin fighting for more yards. He fighting for more yards. But Pittsburgh made a good play. Mike Evans fumbled last week against the Eagles. He fighting for more yards. The Eagles made a good play. Last year against Buffalo, Humphreys was, he was just making, he was just trying to get some yards. The corner from Buffalo made a very good play. People, oh man, Godwin sucks. No, Godwin doesn't suck. The shit happens. He's young. You can't give up on the young guys. You can't give up on the young guys. They gotta keep playing them. And what did Godwin do? He came back and scored a touchdown later on. Like Joe Hayden made a good play in the end zone on him. But I didn't hear nobody talking about that. It was all, Godwin dropped the pass. But give some fucking credit to Joe Hayden, too. Joe Hayden made a good play. Joe Hayden is a top 10 pick in the draft a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just... Well, what happened? What you talking about? Oh, I see y'all going back and forth in the comment section. That's nothing new, man. That's nothing new with me. But no, it was some plays that they could have took back. I see somebody mention that punt return, right? Yeah, man, that was bullshit. They actually went to commercial, and I'm like, ain't they supposed to show the fucking replay what happened? Oh man, it was bad, man. That holding penalty was just like, oh man, that holding penalty was crazy, man. That was bullshit. Deshaun, oh man, Deshaun was pissed, man. Deshaun was pissed off, man. Like, and I would be too, man. Like, yo, like that's what they brought him in for, man. That is what they brung. That is why they signed Deshaun Jackson, man, for him to make plays like that. Damn. But it doesn't matter, man. It does not matter. They still lost by 3. Nobody. It wasn't a whole lot of Bucks fans too hyped about these first 3 games. Everybody predicted 0-3. But for them to start this way, and for them to actually have a winning record for once, and at least give fans something to talk about for once, something positive for once. That's a great thing. You ain't gonna win every game. You are not going to win every game. But when you play teams like Pittsburgh or Atlanta or even this week in Chicago, fuck it, any team, you can't turn the ball over that many times and then still expect for you to win. You can't give Big Ben extra possessions. You cannot give them extra possessions. This week, man, I don't even think I'm going to do. I might do a video. I don't know, but the next video is just going to be on just this one subject. It ain't even going to be about Jameis and Fitzpatrick. I'm already done past that. My main issue this week is blocking Khalil Mack. I'm not worried about Buccaneers defense, the Bears offense, whatever. Look, I'm worried about Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack has been a terror the first 3 weeks of the season. Dotson and Donovan Smith, y'all better be ready for this motherfucker, man. Because that boy ain't no joke. Look at the Bears' production and look at Oakland right now. Oakland is 0-3. They're going to have a hard time. I don't know. We're going to see what happens, though. We're going to definitely see what happens. That's what I be telling Rock too, amazement, because he be, Rock, man, he put his opinions out there, and I be like, man, like, I just told him that shit the other night, man. I said, yo, our team 2-0. Our team was 2-0 at the time. Nobody had them being the Saints or the Eagles. We should be happy. We should be happy, man. We should be happy, bro. Yeah, man, that secondary, I see people blaming like the D line and shit, but it's like, my man Phil still had him 32nd, man, coming into the season. Phil still had it worse than Cleveland. When it comes to the defensive secondary. Secondary was just, it's Pittsburgh, but it's like they still gotta prove if they can hold up, and they're not really holding up, man. If people still defending Chris Conte, man, he must be your brother or something or whatever, or I don't know. But it would just, I wish they won that fucking game last night, man. They were so fucking close, man. So, like, do y'all think that Dirk should have went for it when fourth down? Because I see like a lot of people, they were complaining about that. Even though they was like on like the 10 yard line and shit. You know what I mean? But Dirk seen the time and he's seen the timeouts that he had, plus the 2 minute warning. So it was like he depended on that defense, man. I don't know why. I don't fucking know why, but he depended on that defense, and defense ain't really make the stop. Defense couldn't make the stop. You know what I mean? Defense cannot make the stop, man. So I will not be live this week. Um, I'll be live probably Monday afternoon or something. I don't know. I gotta see, man. I gotta see. MJ. He been doing okay. He been doing okay. Carlton Davis was hanging in there last night, but like they are real thin, and if Grimes go down again, it's like you know it's going to be the three. It's going to be Ryan Smith and the Bears don't. They got my man Allen Robinson, man, for Penn State. They got him this week. Then they got the bye week. Then they got Atlanta. So Atlanta, I mean, shit, 13 catches for 252 yards. 253 yards, excuse me, from Julio last year. They better put 4 dudes in this motherfucker, man. For real. Um, oh man, I see Amazement and Rocky going at it. I ain't fucking surprised. Said third, yeah, right. That's what I was thinking too, cause, but still, man, man, Dirk was depending on that defense, yo. Like, I wish they had got the stop, man, but Quan and Levante, they were just not there on the running plays, man. They was getting blocked, bro. Like Pittsburgh was fast as shit on that fucking line, cause they had all the good blockers in it, so it was like everybody had a man, and then fucking like Connor, somehow he got through that line, bro. Like somehow he got them first downs, man. I was just like, yo, man, it's crazy, man. But yeah, man, they took the L, man. Uh, man, everybody see things differently. We all we all not gonna we all not gonna agree on like everything. You know, it's just how some people saying, "Oh man, Dirk should have went for it," and it's people that saying, "No, man, kick that shit off and depend on that defense." But the defense cannot make the stop. They were getting blocked. Watch them plays that Connor got them first downs on. Watch them plays and look where Levante and Quan was at. They were not around that fucking ball. You know what I mean? Like, like once you get to the second level of the defense, it's like, man. But Pittsburgh, man, they wanted that game, man. They wanted that shit bad. They wanted that shit bad, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what I was saying. At least because like a year or two ago, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, This team would have gave the fuck up, man. Do y'all remember that game they played in 2014 against the Falcons? 56 to what? 56 to 14? What was that score they lost by? 56 to something. 56 to 21, whatever the fucking score was. They gave the fuck up on Lovey, man. They gave up on Lovey, bro. I will never forget that fucking game. And that was on a Thursday night. And the Buccaneers got blown the fuck out. Blown the fuck out. But this team, they came back, man. They actually came back, yo. They actually came back on them, yo. Yep. Yeah, that's all we can do, man. We gotta worry about the Bears coming up, man. We gotta worry about Khalil Mack, man. He's the only guy I'm worried about. He's the only dude on that team that I'm worried about. He's the only guy, man, because he will change the game. You saw what he did with Green Bay, man. He was out there picking the ball off, fumbling, scoring touchdowns. He was doing all types of shit that game. Motherfucker got that contract and he just went crazy, man. Rojo. Rojo. I don't know what's going on with that. Like I read that he can't he hasn't learned the playbook yet. And I'm like, you had all summer. Mom calling me shit. No, he had all summer to do something. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. He says Conte still. Hey man, I don't know, man. I don't know, yo. I hope not, man. I hope not. After this fucking game. I'm sorry for that thumbnail. I know that's crazy that I put that up there, but yeah, Conte is the GOAT this week. Conte is that boy this week. For real. They need to get somebody in there. They need to get somebody at safety. I don't care who it is. Get somebody, man. Whitehead, he's young. And, he's going to have his problems out there. Like what happened with Chris Conte? Like, is it serious or anything? Like, is it his ACL or something? Or like he just got hurt? That he got a hurt got a hurt ego or something, man. I don't know what happened, man. Last year. Was it last year? I don't know. The only prime time game they had was against the Patriots last year, if I'm not mistaken. Ryan Smith was the guy that that the Falcons torched last year. When Julio went for 12 catches for 200 and something fucking yards. That was last year. Yeah, man. He need to do something. He need to do something, man. Chris Conte. I'm not blaming it all on Chris Conte. I'm not blaming everything on Chris Conte, but he was the main guy. He was the main dude that I was focused on last night. After that shit, yo, man. After that play by McDonald, yo, I was done with Chris Conte, bro. Like, man, I was heated. I was heated, man. When he He was trying to grab him by shit by the shoulder pad. Come on, man. Take his fucking knee out. Take his damn knee out. Atlanta game was Monday night too last season. Oh yeah, it was. Oh yeah, like that was in December. Yeah, I can't watch that game. I don't know if he got torched in that game though. I don't recall too much of that game. But the first game, like I seen that John, so it was just like, you know what I mean. But I seen enough. Via, hopefully he'll be back after the bye week. We got an early bye, so they're gonna play Chicago. He might not be out there, and then they got the bye week, and then he might be back for Atlanta. So that's probably what they aiming for is him coming back versus Atlanta. So like we'll see how that turn out. Secondary definitely need help. If you a Bucks fan and you say they don't need help, you need help. God damn it! So you tell me Buccaneers secondary don't need help? I want somebody to tell me that, man. I want somebody to say, "Oh man, like they didn't play too bad." What? Shit, they had a hard time covering Zach Ertz last week. Chris Conti, man, who just nobody was there. The middle of the field be open, man. I don't know why, but that should be so open, man. It's crazy, man. I must. All right, I'm on 37%. All right, I could hang around for like probably for like another 20 minutes or so. Another 20. I gotta go back and read them comments, man. What is going on with Rocky and my man Amazement? What's going on? He said he watches games differently, man. I don't know. We all watching the same shit. Why wasn't DJX going deep? Yeah, I don't. Man, shit. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like they didn't even make a splash last night, man. Oh, quiz. Yeah, I don't, man. Don't, man. I'm trying not to think about the running backs. Um, the third linebacker. No, actually, man. Like, what's his name? Taylor. He was Glenn last year. Now his name is Taylor this year. He started the game, but he don't really play as much. You already know the Buccaneers running a lot of two linebacker sets. They run a lot of two linebacker sets. Quana and Levante be out there the most, so because they always a nickel. Like the Buccaneers always got three cornerbacks out there. Uh, that's all I was saying, Big Joe. They they need a running game, but they're not really trying to have one either. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't really run the fucking ball at all, man. They just don't care. He was getting double teamed last night though. Gerald was getting double teamed, but it was, you know, Pittsburgh did a hell of a job blocking them guys last night. Facts, yeah. You were so right about that punt return, man. Uh, Well, Trubisky, he's okay. I'm gonna say this: do not sleep on this motherfucker either. Do not sleep on Mitch this week, man. Lost his game on offense, not defense. Shit, you could have fooled me. I think the defense had some part. You can't just say it was just all on the offense. Shit, man, like they still scored 27 points. That should be enough in the damn game. But it was that first half though. The first half was just bad for us. Um, Sam said, "I don't care what anyone says. Chris Concy is ass. You right about that." Um, MJ Stewart is safety now, man. They need him at corner, man. They don't have no corners, man. I'll probably watch the game again. Probably I'll go to work. Tomorrow. I'm gonna try to watch it, man. Maybe on Thursday, maybe. Um, let me see. Yeah. Eric Reed, nah, brother. I'm alright. You already know what I was gonna say, man. Derwin James should be the guy. Let me see. Uh, they did not address that fucking secondary as far as the safety position go. They just picked up Whitehead. That was in the fourth round, but I think they should win with Thurman, man. That's just my opinion. You know. Um, hey, man, we always going to agree to disagree, man. That's what we do, man. That's what the Buccaneers fans do, man. Like we always going to have our moments. We're gonna have our moments. Either we gonna be rocking or we not gonna rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Jared do need help inside though. Colin worries me because Colin, Howard, they got Anthony Miller. I don't know who the tight end is over there, but they got Allen Robinson. It should be a good game though. I would, I would advise Bucks fans to not, sleep on Chicago. Don't just say, "Oh man, we playing Chicago, man." That's gonna be a win. Like, you know, I don't, I don't know. It should be a good game though. It should be a good game. Um, yeah, Mike Smith definitely. I don't know. Yeah, well, I would hope that the offense goes back to the first 2 weeks and like open that shit up. Last night they didn't really open that shit up, man. Like it seemed like they didn't really try to take Pittsburgh the fuck out, man. Cause you know what, man? Like they trolled us last night because the first play of the game was a run. I was like, what? They ran the ball on the first play of the game, really? So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. Um, think that's pretty much it, man. I just wanted to shoot the breeze with y'all about last night game. Um, you know, sucked, man. Last night was just should have been our game, man. Should have been our game. But um, but yeah, we want to wreck the Bears in recent history holds. My first Bear games have been like the only games for the past. Yeah, no, I'm trying to tell Bucks fans. I'm like, don't just think because y'all see Chicago Bears is on the schedule that it's gonna be an easy victory. You know what I mean? Man, the got defense is definitely should be the blame. Part of the blame. Parts. The first half was not good, amazement. I don't know what you was thinking. I don't know what you was looking at. But Big Ben still had 350 fucking yards passing. They didn't have much on the ground, but they had over 400 yards total offense. Besides that pick six, if they played just a little bit better in that first half, that's all I'm saying. You can disagree with me on that. I don't, like that's up to you. But I'm saying if they played just a little bit better in that first half on both sides of the ball, Buccaneers could have had that game. But them being down 20 points in the first quarter, in the first half, did not help them out at all. That did not help them out at all. Um, Conti is on IR. I'm not happy about him going on IR. I'm never happy about players getting injured, but we needed a change back there. I'm not happy about him going on IR. Do not get my comments or my words confused. Yo, let me give you a good example. Amazement, since you watching everything differently than us. Did you watch the end of the first half? What did Pittsburgh do? What did Pittsburgh do when they got the ball back at the end of the first half? And they was on like the 10-yard line. So what did they do when they got the ball in their territory? Can I get my question answered, please? What did Pittsburgh do at the end of the first half? I'll wait a few minutes for you to type it all up. So I guess it's Jordan Whitehead time now. Jordan Whitehead and Justin Evans. They scored again. Thank you. Now, if they held them up, it would have been 23-10 going into the half, right? Correct? That's only two scores. But they made it three. I'm not going to. I already done talked about the turnovers. I already know what happened. But we can't dismiss what happened last night. We can't just we can't point at the defense. Defense was part of the problem last night. Are we not seeing the same thing? Yes, they were put in bad positions. It was the pick six last night. I already understand that shit. But I'm saying, you can't just, oh man, well, the second half was much better. No, we got to talk about the whole game. We got 4 quarters in football. We got 4 quarters in football, bro. We can't just talk about one quarter. We got to talk about the whole game. We can't just do one quarter, bro. We cannot just do one quarter. We got to talk about the whole game. Brent Grimes was bad last night. Grimes was bad last night. We were expecting this offense to come in and blow Pittsburgh the fuck out. But Pittsburgh had a whole different fucking mindset. They blitzed them. They they got back Joe Hayden last night, which was used for them. They had pressure on Fitzpatrick. They did a lot. They did a lot. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, I ain't going to talk about the defense. No, we got to talk about the defense. Brent Grimes was terrible last night. We can't just sweep it under the rug. No, we got to talk about that. The same way y'all talk about Jameis, we got to talk about everybody the fuck else. We can't just talk about just one fucking player all the time. We got to talk about the whole team. Come on, man. We can't keep... Oh, man. The defense wasn't the problem. It was part of the problem last night. I didn't say it was the whole game, but I'm saying it was part of the problem. The Buccaneers played way better in that second half. If they played just a little bit fucking better in that first half, the game would have been way much better. But they fucked up in that first half. They fucked up in that first half. That's what I'm saying. The first half could have been, if they played just a little bit fucking better, man, the game would have been, man, they wouldn't be down no 20 points going into the half. You can't just say, it was all on the offense. No, it was both sides. We can't pick and choose, man, when we want to talk about shit. Justin Evans had a great pick last night. That was a hell of a pick last night. Going out of bounds, that was a hell of a pick last night, man. But we need more. We need more turnovers. JPP, a hell of a... He had a strip, and Curry was trying to run and pick it up instead of running and falling on it. We could have went back the other way. But no, he went and tried to run and try to... Like, come on, man. Dive for the ball. JPP is worth the money. I hope, man, next year, next offseason, they figure out if they're going to keep JPP, man, because I want to see him back. I want Gerald McCoy back. I want JPP back on that D-line next year. Please keep JPP, man. We need guys like that. I got mad love for y'all, man. Like, y'all always coming out for the live streams and all that shit, man. You know what I mean? But it's like, we gotta just call it the way shit is. We can't just pick and choose, man. We can't pick and choose. We cannot pick and choose, man. If a motherfucker is fucking up, we gotta call the motherfucker out. We gotta keep calling these players out. We gotta speak up. Because everybody speak up with my guy, Jameis. But when it's somebody else's fault, we want to sweep the shit under the rug. I don't see nobody talking about Brent Grimes. I went on Facebook today, ain't nobody saying nothing about Brent Grimes. The GOATs were Chris Conti last night. Chris Conti was he was the laughing stock. I was watching like a clip of First Take. They was laughing at Chris Conti, man. Man, hey man, next man up, man. Next man up. But I was just next man up, yo. They would have to get that safety position together. They're gonna have to call Keith Tandy back or something because they're gonna need a safety, man. They're gonna need some safeties, man. They're gonna need a lot of help, man. They're gonna need a lot of help out there. No, no, I'm saying, because I do make my rounds on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. And I was trying to find I was trying to see what people were saying. The Facebook page. It was just a whole lot, man. You know what I mean? I was just seeing like, I was just trying to see what people were saying. Somebody told me the Buccaneers. You know what, man? I'm not even gonna go there because that's a whole nother fucking 2 hours, man. I'm gonna go in and watch a little bit of TV and then fall back for a little bit. It is 5, so catch me on that real quick. But yo, I'll be live, man. I'll be live soon. Probably oh yeah, I'll be live tomorrow because I gotta do my pick 'em. And then I'm gonna talk the Bears game probably on Monday. So, make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Um I think that's pretty much it. You know, um Shout out to everybody, man. But I fucks with y'all, man, because y'all always keep it real. But sometimes, man, you gotta call these motherfucking players out. They don't hear us. They don't. They don't watch my shit. They don't watch everybody else on YouTube. But still, it's a good conversation to have. Because last night was crazy. It was a tale of two teams last night. You know. But yeah, I'm gonna go in there and see what happened with Chris Conti. Uh, they say he's out for the year or something, or he's on IR. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go check out what happened with Chris Conti. Um, Make sure y'all hit that bell on my channel, so y'all can get notified when I go live. I think that's pretty much it. I finally cracked 300 subs. It took me about 15 years to do that, but not bad. So I appreciate everyone. Thank y'all for watching. Um, I'm gonna catch y'all soon, man. Go Bucks. They 2-1 on the season. Chicago up next. I'll holler at y'all.